All right. Hello, hello. What's up, YouTube? Welcome. Pardon this broom. I have a new baby puppy, and he is a handful. Top chat, live chat. Wait a few moments for folks to join. I have not been on YouTube or YouTube Live in quite some time, and I can talk about why in another video, perhaps, if you guys want to learn more about that. But I wanted to pop on here today to talk about how to reset your hormones faster. And for those of you guys who have been following for any length of time, you know that I have been talking a lot about hormones and how it impacts our body's ability to lose fat. It is like the pink elephant in the room, and I think that so many women put a lot of pressure on themselves. Hey Jen, hello, welcome. And if you are here and you haven't been here in a while, please give this video a thumbs up. It helps out so much. For those of you guys, see this shelf behind me, this is my first book, Unlock Your Macrotype, where I go into all of the details of how to lose weight utilizing macronutrients. Macronutrients are proteins, carbohydrates, and dietary fats. And Unlock Your Macrotype helps you figure out the best way to fuel your unique body type. And one of the biggest challenges that women over 35 experience, hi Felicia, hi Debbie, one of the biggest problems that women over 35 years old experience is hormonal difficulties, hormones causing an extra layer of challenges when it comes to weight loss. Because here's what happens. As you age, your metabolism drops, your cravings still continue to increase, the way with which your body stores fat shifts. And what I need you guys to understand is that if you are over 30, let's do a quick survey here. How old are you? If you guys don't mind commenting how old you are. Hi, Cynthia. I'm so glad. I'll be very honest with you guys. I am 41. And I've noticed that through my mid-30s, that's when it really started to shift. And who here is finding that the older you get, the things you used to do to lose weight just aren't working. They're just not as effective. And I can say firsthand, I'm experiencing that personally in my own life. And there are several things I need you guys to understand. Number one is you have to understand that hormones dictate whether your body will the food you consume will be stored as fat or whether or not that will be used for fuel. In order for your body to use fat for fuel, there are certain criteria that needs to be met first and foremost. And you're going through perimenopause. I'm very sorry to hear that. This is a natural change, but you have to understand that hormones are impacted by the food you eat. They are directly impacted by the food you eat. And Jen says, feeling like I need to learn about myself. It's literally like you have to relearn your body. And I want to talk about what things I want you guys to be paying attention to. If you are noticing a different level of fatigue, and I'm not talking about fatigue just because you're busy at work, just because you're busy with life. I'm talking a level of fatigue where it takes you so much more energy to do basic tasks. If you find that you have trouble sleeping soundly through the night, if you find that you wake up in the middle of the night often, if you find that no matter how much you slept, no matter how much coffee you drank, no matter how many energy drinks you drank, how much Starbucks, no matter what it is, if you're finding that you're tired, you're just tired, you're worn down, and on top of that, you're having brain fog. Who here just has a hard time completing your own sentences? You feel like remembering basic things from where did you put the remote? Where did you put your phone? What were you about to do? Why did you go upstairs? Like, what did you, and it sounds like funny, ha ha, but you guys, that's not normal. That's not normal if you can't recall basic things. That's not normal. The next thing I really want you guys to think about, you were just diagnosed with PCOS, you're 27, you're getting married this year, you're planning on starting a family soon after, and you're very scared. And you have reason to be. And I'm not saying that to scare you more. You have reason to be concerned. Let's use that. I started dabbling in hormones in 2017, and specifically because my cousin had PCOS. She came to me crying after multiple miscarriages, and she has since been able to carry her babies to term. Her diet needed to change, you guys, and this isn't the type of thing where it's optional. This isn't the type of thing where you're like, I'm gonna try to be good. It's, you have to completely and entirely uproot the way with which you fuel your body entirely. It's not like, oh, just gotta do this in moderation. And I know that sounds really strict, but if your hormones are off and you cannot lose weight and you don't feel like yourself, you're going to have to make some substantial changes. And the first change is this. You're going to have to change your fiber intake. I've talked about this repeatedly. I'm going to talk about it again. Who watching this broadcast right now actively monitors your fiber intake? Who here is monitoring your fiber intake? And I want an honest show of hands. Who knows how many grams of fiber they get per day? We all pay attention. The concept of paying attention to calories is pretty universal. The concept of paying attention to protein, carbs, and fat, some of you might be doing that. But if you're not paying attention to fiber, I want you guys to start immediately. Start paying attention. If you are eating the standard American diet, and when I say standard American diet, I mean the way just regular people eat in the United States. I'm talking not really trying to eat healthy, but just the way an average human eats. The average human in America eats a large percentage of their calories from carbohydrates. In fact, over 65% of the average American gets over 300 grams of carbs per day. They get less than 50 grams of protein per day. They get about 65 grams of fat per day, and they're only getting 8 grams of fiber. You should be aiming for 20 to 25. That's a starting point. If you have hormone imbalances, you want to be north of 35. And it can be really hard. This means more vegetables. This means more nuts, more seeds, more avocado, more leafy greens. That's a starting point. So if you struggle, I do recommend you guys, I have a fiber supplement. This is my prebiotic fiber, 10 grams of fiber in one serving. This is unflavored. And if you guys need help, start adding this to your smoothies. You can do this once a day, you can do this twice a day, and that'll get you where you need to be. You don't have to do something like this, but if you guys do want to do this, this is available on gaugelife.com, and that will be very, very helpful. And this is my stuffed animal of Cashy that was given to me after he passed by my mom. So that's Cashy being with me for those of you guys who remember when Cashy passed this past August. So the next thing I want you guys to start paying attention to is your dietary fat intake. If you are struggling with these hormonal imbalances, you have to remember that dietary fat is the precursor with which hormones are created. So, oh, Mariana, I appreciate that. It was very devastating for me. It was a very, very devastating time. I do have a new puppy. Actually, my boyfriend's taking him for a walk right now. I'll introduce you guys to Bear here on YouTube. But can I be honest with you guys? I haven't been here on YouTube. I've been kind of struggling with my content, my moods and things. And I kind of need to do my own little hormone reset. And I'll be honest with you guys, because stress is very real. And when you are stressed out, stress takes away from the creation of the androgenic hormones, meaning the hormones that keep your body fat low, the hormones that keep your muscle mass high. And you need to be eating the appropriate amount of dietary fat. So I literally just made myself some lunch. I had a salmon salad. I had air fried salmon. I had some avocado. I had arugula and spinach over squeeze a lemon. I used olive oil spray to spray my greens, and I did some sunflower seeds on top of that. And I do want to talk to you guys more if you guys want more information. Has anyone here heard about seed cycling? Anyone here ever heard about seed cycling or training around your cycle? I feel like there's a lot I need to unpack because I've been doing some seed cycling protocols, some custom seed cycling protocols with some of my clients, my one-on-one online coaching clients who have seen phenomenal results. And seed cycling is when you utilize different seeds on a daily basis based off of what phase you are in for your cycle, whether you're in the follicular phase or the luteal phase. It makes a very, very big difference, and I would love to teach you guys more about that. So if you guys want to learn more about that, I could show you guys like a sample protocol. I could explain the science of how it works. And just let me know if you guys want to learn more about that. So we want to eat more dietary fat. We want to eat moderate amounts of protein. Now, you want to eat moderate amounts of protein, but you also want to make sure that the protein quality is good. I do encourage you guys to stay away from red meat when you're trying to balance your hormones. And red meat is not bad. I like steak and things like that, just like the next person, but red meat has a tendency to be more loaded with hormones. So unless you're buying a grass-fed, organic, non-GMO, like, I definitely encourage you guys to take a break from red meat. I definitely also encourage you guys to focus more on fatty fish, chicken, things. Turkey's fine as well, but those things are, eggs, whole eggs are going to be excellent protein sources, collagen, bone broth. You're going to want to take a break from dairy. You're going to want to take a break from dairy. Dairy isn't inherently bad, but it is inflammatory. It is inflammatory. I want you guys to be consuming more nuts and seeds. I want you guys to be consuming healthy fats. Can you eat tofu? I do recommend you go soy-free. I strongly recommend you go soy-free. I do have a vegan plant-based hormone reset protocol. Is it true that chicken is inflammatory as well? I haven't seen any data supporting that, nor have I seen any results supporting that. So I'm sure that you could cherry pick and find a study that may draw those conclusions, but I haven't found that to be true. Got this new water bottle, and it's nice because I have this time where it tells me, so it says 1 p.m. And anyone have the time, I know it's past 1 p.m. I need to get at least to this, close to the 3 p.m. marker. It's been helping me stay on track. I got this at TJ Maxx for $14.99. So the next thing you want to focus on is your meal timing. You need to boost your carb tolerance by timing your pre and post workout accordingly. So it's 1:50. Okay, thank you for that. So meaning I need to get like in between. I need to get in between these two lines. So I'm a little bit behind. But it's nice because do you ever like try to drink your water and you're like, oh my goodness, let's say it's late in the day and you're so far behind, and like I like having the whole thing so I know how much more I need to do for the day. I've been in a phase lately where I've just been drinking from glasses because I have water delivered to my house. Besides salmon, what are other fatty fish options? I know mackerel is a good fatty fish. The thing is, Felicia, you can take a lot of white fish and you can also cook it in olive oil. Sable fish, I believe, is a really good one. I can definitely Google and give you some suggestions, but remember, my friends, to cook with olive oil, a good quality olive oil. I recommend Casandrinos olive oil. The owner of Casandrinos, Tony, is a very, very good friend of mine. His organic olive oil is direct from Greece. It is you can taste the difference, and I'm not sure, is anyone here an olive oil snob? I know a lot of people don't really think about their olive oil, but I am a hardcore olive oil snob, and there's just such a big difference in the taste. And the thing is, once you start eating better, and you start eating better quality food, and you start investing in better quality produce, like you don't want to go back to cheap food. Does that make sense? I'm not sure if that applies to anybody here. Oh, thank you so much. Yes, chia seeds are excellent as well. Definitely, definitely, definitely. I will give you guys more information about healthy drinks. I'll be making some more content to show you guys some healthy beverages that you guys can do. Now, here's the thing, my friends. If you want to really accelerate resetting your hormones, you're going to have to go higher in fiber, and you have to not be afraid to eat higher calories. I have so many people terrified to eat higher calories. So a good place to land is to figure out your basal metabolic rate. I want you guys to figure out your BMR. You guys can type that into a online calculator. Is coconut oil still good to use? Absolutely. Use grapeseed oil is better. No, that's fantastic. I'm really glad that that's working well for him. The next thing I want you guys to do is, what was I just saying? Meal timing, olive oil, healthy fats. I got a little sidetracked. I want you guys to be weight training. Weight training, resistance training is one of the #1 things you can do to improve your hormonal state. Now, don't get me wrong. Oh yeah, thank you. BMR, appreciate that. So once you know your basal metabolic rate, you factor in your activity calories, and you determine your total daily energy expenditure, I want you guys to go in a tiny calorie deficit, if any at all. So it's okay to eat at maintenance calories when you're focused on resetting your hormones. It's okay to just do a baby deficit of 200 calories. You don't have to be in a big deficit to reset your hormones. And I ask you guys to trust me with this, because when you're rebalancing your hormones, your body needs nutrients. Your body needs the calories. And you may think in your mind, how am I going to lose weight if I'm not eating in a caloric deficit? Well, you're definitely not going to lose weight if what? You're not going to lose weight if your body is not able to utilize fat as a fuel source. And I've seen so many clients eat healthy, eat in a deficit, exercise 6 times a week, eating 1,200 calories, and nothing is moving. Who here has ever been in that situation? It is probably one of the most frustrating things to ever experience, because you're trying, you're putting in the work, you're having that discipline, you're having that self-control. And if you're doing all those things and you're just not losing and it's not budging, I'm telling you, this is when you have to eat more calories. It's going to feel weird at first. It's going to feel counterintuitive, but it is going to make the biggest difference. And that is the key to resetting your hormones. Now, listen, you can actually reset your hormones in as few as 7 days. In as few as 7 days, you can have a substantial shift. Hey, Jessica, what's up, lovely? Sorry, I keep touching my hair. I'm a little obsessed, you guys, because I just got it done today. So with that being said, I want you guys to be paying attention to those factors. I want you guys to not be afraid to eat more. I want you guys looking for nutrient-dense foods. And here's the thing, you have to have a relationship with weight training. Weight training is going to help your hormones far more than cardio ever will. Now, cardio is great for your heart. Okay, Cynthia, sorry. As far as the meal timing, so it's related to what I'm talking about now with the weight training. So with regards to the weight training, I want you guys to have some low sugar fruit as a pre-workout, or you can do where's my Woo pre-workout. I have a stim-free pre-workout that you guys can utilize. After that, you want to do protein and, again, low sugar fruit. You don't want to have fats. You don't want to have fats pre and post workout. Specifically post workout, when you take a protein shake after you work out, you want that shake to be low in fat, because fat is going to slow the absorption of the amino acids into your muscle cells. It's going to slow the replenishment of intramuscular glycogen. So for that 30 minutes, at least 30 minutes after you work out, when you're doing that post-workout protein shake, try to keep the fats low. Now, does that mean you can't have almond milk? I'd say almond milk would be fine as long as it's like a low sugar almond milk. I think, Felicia, you probably would benefit tremendously from doing the hormone reset. And I did want you guys to know, if anybody feels like you did older plans with me before, or maybe you did shreds and you're just stuck and you're ready for something new, I also am offering a sale on my custom meal plans. I can make you a custom hormone reset dialed into your exact situation, you guys. It's on sale for only $99. Code MP99. Again, M as in meal, P as in plan, 99. It's a huge steal. That way I can really dig deep and personalize it to you, get you going on exact macros, get you going on the exact types of meals that you would like. A hormone reset is honestly one of the nicest things you can do for your body. And here's why. You have the opportunity to boost your metabolism by fueling your body with more calories, getting the right levels of dietary fats. You're going to be thinking more clearly. You're going to be more focused. You're going to have less fatigue, and you actually will end up losing weight. You actually will end up losing weight on a hormone reset, but I don't like to promise weight loss as one of the benefits. I don't like to promise that. Can reach me after. Oh my goodness. Sorry, I had to put this user in timeout who's being very distracting. All right, so with that being said, the meal timing, it is important that you try to concentrate your meals where you can. You definitely want, now you don't have to do a 16-8 intermittent fast. I think it's gonna work best for a lot of people. But even if you can get that down to like 10-14 or 12-12, things in that nature, I definitely would encourage you to try to concentrate that meal timing. Now, if you need one-on-one coaching and you want to work with me personally, I do offer that. Can you reset your hormones while on birth control? So that's tricky, Jen. If your birth control contains estrogen, the answer is no. Anyone who is on hormonal birth control, you have to understand that hormonal birth control, if you are on it not for contraceptive use, but if you're on it to like manage symptoms and whatnot, you're just curing symptoms. You're not curing the root cause of what's actually going on. I would have everybody come off of birth control if I could. And my one-on-one online coaching clients who have come off of birth control have had the most success. And this isn't a percentage of my clients. I'm telling you, every single coaching client I have had come off of hormonal birth control and we focused on resetting their hormones together, the results were tremendous. So if your birth control is like a copper IUD, or if your birth control is only progesterone based, you're totally fine. But if there is estrogen in it, that is going to cause so many problems. And I'm so glad that you actually brought that up. So if you have questions, if there's topics you want me to cover, are there a lot of high FODMAP foods on the hormone reset? That is a great question, Jess. I don't believe so. I do not believe so. I think that the only challenging food might be the prebiotic fiber, because that is definitely high FODMAP because that's fructooligosaccharides. But there are other things you could substitute it with. And if you have any challenges with substitutions, let me know. But it is dairy-free, it is gluten-free, it is grain-free, it is, I think I took nightshades out. There's like no high sugar fruit. Like, it is pretty clean. But if there's a specific food that you're not sure about, Jess, just let me know. There was another question here. Where did it go? Can you explain the benefits of hormone reset for PCOS versus taking metformin or birth control? My GYN wants me to do metformin, but okay. So here's the first thing, Mariana. I definitely recommend going on metformin for sure. I would recommend not doing the birth control. I would definitely, you gained so much weight after getting off birth control and just found out you have fibroids. The thing is, Cynthia, you're gonna have to really dial in that nutrition, and you would be a great candidate for a custom meal plan because we can really dig deep and customize a situation to your situation. Back to the lady who was asking about how would this be good for PCOS, is because it's going to manage your insulin levels. It's going to set you up in a place where it's going to allow you to biochemically utilize fat as a fuel source. All of my clients who are on metformin do very, very well. I don't recommend not taking that suggestion because historically I've seen very good results with people on metformin. I've seen very terrible results with people on birth control. So what I would do is I would take the metformin and I would combine that with the shift in your eating style, the higher fiber, the higher fats, the moderate protein, the lower sugars, and lower caffeine intake, if not eliminating completely. So if you guys do need support and help and you need a custom meal plan, let me know. Code MP99, visit gaugegirltraining.com. If you guys need any of these supplements, today is the last day to pick up the Hormone Reset Super Bundle, which is like over $435 in programs and supplements for only $199. It's a huge deal that ends today. So check that out on gaugelife.com. If you guys have questions, concerns, please let me know. But thank you just for welcoming me back to YouTube, my friends, because I've just been in this mood where like content creation has just been harder for me than normal. I've been in a little bit of a funk. So just thank you for being here. Thank you for your participation. Thank you for the love. It gets just very frustrating with algorithms and this, that, the other, but I do love you guys. I am here to serve you guys. And if I can help you further, please let me know. You guys can also shoot me a DM on Instagram at gaugegirltraining if you want to talk to me directly. So have an amazing day. Thanks for joining. Bye now.